All right, both players are ready. It is the first, oh no, it's round, there we go. First round of the Classic Tetris Monthly Masters event. Orange bracket, Tommy and Sidnev. Let's go ahead and get them underway in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Tommy coming in at the number 1 seed, qualifying with a 1.728 average of 2. Players play for an hour, and they take their top 2 scores, and their top 2 scores are averaged out. That is their qualifier. Simul Tetris to start us off. Of course, Sidnev with her characteristic push down point, which is her trademark. Sidnev coming in at seed number 16, which is kind of surprising. A 1.36 average of 2. Which is still a hell of a qualifying score, but that just tells you the state of Tetris in 2024. Tommy from the United States of America, as it says on his little stats bug there. And Sidnev from the Netherlands. We do use the 3-letter code Sidnev with the kind of 5 below thing there. Enjoyable to watch. 94,000 Tommy, 114 for Sidnev. And the PBs you see on the screen are as of the beginning of the month. That's when I reset all the player statistics panels. So if they have been updated since then, my apologies. 139 here for Sidnev as we get underway in game number 1. Z-spin to fit that Z in there. That's to create a gap. Sidnev, 166. Tommy, he's going to Tetris 189. That's right. That's me in the room. I'm fixing the stream right now. Lucas said it's not really a relevant discussion we want to have right now, so maybe just cool it on that stuff. 213 for Sidnev, 214 for Tommy. Sidnev 1 Tetris behind. I mean, there are a million other places to ask questions, like Reddit, not Tetris streams, which is probably not your best source of information. Neither is Reddit, but at least it would be appropriate. It's actually kind of weird to ask that stuff here. 306 Tommy, 267 for Sidnev. K9 watching Tetris says, I get all my news from Tetris. Oh, a Vits. Everybody loves weird Vits. Tommy with a good adjustment here. 351 for him. 293 for Sidnev. Like all of a sudden Twitch chat has become YouTube. What the heck? All right, Tommy ahead by about 77,000. Gonna tack on a Tetris. Rory says, Tetris streams are literally the new Google. Centerwell Tetris for Tommy, 491 through 99. That is a big, big pace for Tommy. Sidnev about 100,000 points behind. Tommy is the winner of one CTM Masters event a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Also a runner-up in our, what was it, our second ever Mega Masters? first ever. I think it was the first one, right? Second or first? I don't remember. 538 for Tom. Of course, that was against Alex T. And Sidnev, of course, many, many deep runs here in Classic Tetris Monthly and a runner-up in the Classic Tetris World Championship in 2023. Unforgettable run and match. Sidnev getting a little bit high on the board here. Gonna take a nice safety double. Has burns available and is using them. Imagine having burns and using them. Crazy. 613 for Tommy. He's going to Tetris 636. And 3 long bars in a row for both of our players. Sidnev's going to use at least one of them for a Tetris 562 into 19. Tommy is in at 660. So still about a 98,000 point lead. Sidnev going to tack on a Tetris. Yeah, that was the first Mega Masters. And then, right. I'm going by memory here because you think I would have prepared, but I didn't really prepare for this one. So I'm just going off my faulty memory. And Sidnev kind of running into an issue here. Has the T there, but needs a bar. There's a bar to uncover the right side. Long bar over Tetris Sidnev, and she will survive. 625. Tetris for Tommy, 722. He's going to set up quickly with another long bar. Sidnev taking the burns. Good flat stack, a little high, but not roller high. And there's a Tetris Sidnev 685 setting up again. Tetris for Tommy. There's one Sidnev. And players are just Tetrising relentlessly. A very high rate. I generally up until this month, I did prepare a little info sheet for myself so I could be ready with various facts and figures, but kind of the month got away from me this month, so I had a lot to do, so I didn't quite do that. If we get more people on Patreon, I could delegate that to someone. See, I could create more Tetris jobs. I could run on a campaign of creating Tetris jobs. Tommy trying to figure this snarl out here. That long bar will help. Another one would really help, but either way, gonna go to work uncovering, gets a long bar down. Tetris 910. Sidnev back by only 20,000 points now. Tetris Tommy 941. Sidnev only with a triple setup there. We'll see what she's gonna do. Yeah, she's gonna throw a long bar down there. Actually, it's set up for a dirty Tetris now. One row off. And simul Tetris 936. Sidnev 970 for Tommy. They're in level 26. They are tied in lines at the moment. Sidnev with more pieces on the board, though, so a little bit further ahead. Tetris Tommy. Tommy with the max. Sidnev with the max. And I got to tell you all, I have done it. I have actually turned on pre-roll ads on Twitch, which means ads are coming. I mean, and I thought about it, every other stream in the world does it unapologetically, and here I am sitting like, oh, I don't want to, oh, I feel so bad. I got to do it. A89 for Sidnev into 29, trying to work this down that left side. That square is going to help out a lot. Tommy going to transition, kind of awkwardly gets a long bar over for a Tetris and another one for a double to bring this down. Great cleanup for Tommy. Sidnev trying to stay alive here. A long bar down for a triple. Oh, that's a beautiful L piece and another one to help clean up that left side. Let's see what Sidnev can do. Oh, this is great. And Sidnev working this down. Very friendly long bar into column 9 to help work this down. Sidnev slowly but surely bringing this down. Tommy taking a triple here. Sidnev just about clean and is ready to set up for a Tetris. Is set up. I didn't think she was going to survive, but now here she is getting a Tetris for B88. Tommy at C45. I was really worried for Sidnev's stack there, but somehow she's going to work it down to get a Tetris. There's one for Tommy C88. He's about 55,000 points ahead right now, and he's behind in line. So Tommy's got lines in hand, but that left side is going to be a mess. He gets a Tetris down. And another, a hang on that left side for Tommy, and another one. That's going to be a top out. The target is D33 for Sidnev. D33 is the target. Long bar down, D28. Just a couple more thousand points. And one more line clear should do it. But she doesn't know it. One more line clear, and that is it. Okay, Sidnev is going to take game number one. GG's. Watch Sidnev mulling this one out. There's a Tetris down, F04. Tetris is here worth 40, basically 48,000, 46.8. Let's count them down for game number two. Tommy and Sidnev in 3-2-1 Tetris. And starting off with a couple of L's. That first interrupted game, or that second interrupted game, was a couple of L's. We're okay now. Sidnev winning 1-0 in the score of this game and in the match overall. Yeah, thanks to Kate. And, use our emotes, okay? They're very cute. They are bears, and they express a wide range of emotions. Spread them far and wide. Good adjustment there for Sidnev to make room for that J piece. There you go. Lower that alert. I don't even have the alert. I don't even hear the alert, but I'll just get rid of it. Yeah, look at all. See, those are all the emotes. Careful of spamming. You spam away. Spamming is allowed. Yeah, some rough pieces here from Sidnev to start. Kind of tree strats here, almost like speed running. And we're going to clear away that bridge. Has a clean board with kind of an overhang. And going to spin that J into place. Now just how to deal with this. And, an L piece would look great there. So there's the L. And now Sidnev's going to go to work trying to make something out of this. Actually has a dirty Tetris set up. She can get a quick bar. And good adjustment there for the S on that left side. Still has that Tetris ready and waiting, but the game not giving the bars. I mean, come on, game. Another drought. Get out your trouts. Finally, that dirty Tetris for Sidnev, 120. 195 for Tommy. Yeah, it's some very nifty spins there from Sidnev. Timmy the K, thanks for the tier 1 sub. Why are subs $5.99 now? Because Twitch hates us. They're like, we raised the prices so that we could pay streamers more. Well, you could just increase our share. I mean, I know Twitch takes an amount to run, but don't pretend that's what it's about. Blaming us, the streamers. I didn't ask for it. 238 for Sidnev, 312, now 335 for Tommy. There's a Vitz for Tommy and a Tetris as a reward. 381 Tommy, 283 for Sidnev. And that was at the same line count. So about 100,000 point difference when accounting for the difference in lines. All right, both players with little mini digs to deal with. And it looks like Tommy will be out first, ready and waiting for the bar. And really waiting for this bar. Get out your trouts. It is a drought. And there's the long bar, and Sidnev opens up just in time for the long bar as well. And so same line count and about a 93,000 point lead for Tommy as we approach level 19, where the speed will increase by 50%. Going from 3 frames per row to 2 frames per row drop for these pieces. I don't really know what a frame is. All right, 540 for Tommy. There's a Tetris into 19 at 564. All right, I do know what a frame is. A little. All right, imagine a bus. All right, Tetris for Sidnev, 502, 614 for Tommy. Oh, it's the outside part of a painting. Got it. All right, Tetris for Sidnev, 583. Tommy, 693. Sidnev setting up long bar column 9, gets a Tetris, 611. Tommy with a Tetris into 22 at 722. Tetris, Tommy, 749. So I was watching earlier day 1 of the CTWC DAS championship, I guess. Kind of seems like a European championship. And there's a lot of people. Like, I don't know that there was any cutoff whatsoever. There are like 1 billion people playing in that thing, all topping out at like 68,000 points. We gotta figure out a way to get some Americans over there so we can just get more people in the player base out there. 791 Sidnev, Tommy 5 lines behind and about 80,000 points ahead. So Tommy maintaining this lead pretty much the whole time. Yeah, we got to figure out a way to get some American DAS players out there for that. Otherwise, it does just seem kind of like a European championship, right? But then again, like the American one seems like the American championship. So maybe there's just an American and European championship. But it was fun to see some familiar names down on that stream. Jazzy and Jakob. Whole bunch of other names. Sidnev here, 9-10 into level 28. Just 10 lines to go till the level 29 transition. Maybe they need to do a thing where like they just take the top 8 of each and like alternatingly bring them to, you know, every other year, one to America, one to Europe, something like that. Sidnev is in at A25, A34 for Tommy. Tommy's waiting. He has 3 lines to go still. There's a Tetris for Tommy, A72. So Tommy with the better transition into 29. Pretty equivalent boards here for these players. Long bar over Tetris Tommy. Long bar over Tetris Sidnev. Both players with 1.1s. Tetris for Sidnev, B48 now in the lead. Tommy was in the lead the entire game up until this point. Now, Tetris for Tommy, Tetris for both. Sidnev ahead by about 9 or 10 lines. And with a lead now about 58,000. So it's pretty neck and neck. Tetris, Sidnev, D11. There's one Tommy, C55. And Sidnev just stacking like it's level 19. Just not even slowing down, really. I mean. All right, Sidnev's right side. Well, left side is a problem. Long bar over for a Tetris, but it's going to be a while before she Tetrises again, I think. Tommy nails that T-spin. That's frame perfect. And Tommy not really able to take advantage of this slowdown by Sidnev, and they are both basically at the same board state, low. Tommy maybe a little more organized, and yes, is going to be the first one to have a clean board and just about set up for a Tetris. Is set up and needs it quick. This is backed by about 80,000 points in the game, not giving bars. There's a Tetris for Tommy, D85. Sidnev is clean again and can start building up. There's a Tetris for Sidnev, E61 into 38. Is set up again. Needs a long bar to get over. Takes the stack down a little bit. There's a long bar over F09. Tommy just needs to go, go, go. And Sidnev going to top out at F59. So Tommy, if he can get 2 Tetrises, could take game number 2, but needs to uncover this. Has uncovered, and it's kind of all in here. There's a Tetris over, and there's another Tetris over for Tommy. Amazing. Tommy is going to take game number 2 with 2 clutch Tetrises right at the end of game 2. Unbelievable. Oh, my word. Oh, my God. All right, both players are ready. What was once a best of 5, now a virtual best of 3. And yes, this is the first time we even tried to do this game number 3. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And I feel like the stream is already circling the drain again, but let me try to refresh it. Okay, more buffering. We'll give it to like 15 lines on Tommy's side. Okay, the camera's frozen. Well, all right, we seem to be, the camera seems to be frozen, but we do seem to have Tetris. So we will just go with that. We don't really know which player in the room is playing Tetris, but there we go. Okay, we are back. We are so back. We are good. 99,000 for Tommy, 93,000 for Sidnev. You changed the Wi-Fi receptor. It should be nice. All right. Well, who knows? It could be everybody's watching the Olympics on an illegal stream. I don't know. 163 Sidnev. 169 for Tommy here in game number 3. Game number 3, very, very important because, well, you're either going to be up 2-1 or down 1-2. Why would you need to watch the Olympics illegally? They literally show it on TV. Imagine having a TV. Our Barrow doesn't know where the Olympics are this year. They are in Paris. You can watch I think the opening ceremonies are like still going on. I mean, it seems like they've been going on for like 48 hours. 278 Sidnev, 261 Tommy. Tommy with a Tetris 284. I mean, a little bit ahead in lines on our screen. Tetris for Sidnev 326. Me mum. Did somebody really say me mum? Me mum. All right, Sidnev getting up, you know, has gaps near the top of the board, but able to bring these down with a Tetris. Okay, some good pieces to fill in the middle of the board. Great pieces for Sidnev, 376. Tetris for Tommy, 384. Me mum. Tommy with the Vits. I believe that was a Vits. Looked very Vitsy to me. I just caught it out of the corner of my eye, but somewhere Jasmine is smiling. Oh, Tommy double flipping that long bar, but gets it in no problem. 453. There's a Tetris for Sidnev. 467. Oh, there is Jasmine. So Tommy ahead by two lines and down by about 2/3 of a Tetris. You can do the math because I can't. I like the Olympics, but I don't really care for the opening ceremonies. Like, I don't need to see a bunch of celebrities opening it. How about we get some like Nobel Prize winners, you know, to carry the torches, you know, something like that. Instead we get like, I don't know. This year it's like Snoop Dogg and the Hawk Twa girl or whatever her name is. 604 for Sidnev, 571 for Tommy. Tetris down the right side for Tommy. 601 transition into 19. Sidnev looking for one last bar to get about a 673 transition. But nope, just going to take a nice easy double. And there's the Tetris 678. There's Tetris 702. Sidnev here on 19. Still big pace for Sidnev. Takes that triple. But big pace for Tommy. 711 on 21. Tommy ahead on our screen by, 4 to 8 lines. $816 for Sidnev. We're into level 22. One of the better color palettes. Although, it's always amazing to me how different the captures look for these players. Yep, same level. One looks like bubblegum and the other one looks like, I don't know, it's regular. I probably should have, I should have never mentioned that lady. All right, nice tuck setup here for Sidnev. Oh, isn't able to tuck in that J piece, and all of a sudden Sidnev up a little bit high in the screen with some trouble, but gets a long bar down for the Tetris. All right, Tommy just going to bring this down. Not going to do anything crazy going with the left well. Still early. Sidnev not in really Tetris position at the moment. Tommy with a clean board. Sidnev working on hers. Tetris over for Tommy, 940. Tommy ahead again by about, 5 lines or so, anywhere between 5 and 9 lines ahead in the sequence. Sidnev with a Tetris. All right, Tommy's into 29 at A88. Sidnev looking for a couple of bars here. Board not really set up for those S's, though. Ends up having to block the well. So it's just going to try to take a good board going into 29. And we'll see. Does open up that right side. Up a little bit high, Sidnev. Now, this is going to be tough. Down stack here. Tommy's going to bring it down to get a triple. I don't know if Sidnev's going to survive this at A86, and I don't think the answer is no, and Tommy's going to go up 2-1. Tommy is good. So yeah, Sidnev just got a bunch of S's just as she was about to go into 29 with a blocked well. And you're like, oh, I'm only going to get one S and I can just burn out of it. But then you just get into that. You get hypnotized by those S's and you're like, I have nowhere else to put him. I got to put him there. Tried to bring it all down, but it just dominoed from there. In a 3-2-1 Tetris. Oh, excuse me, everybody. Sorry, I'm choking. My God. Coke Zero is doing me wrong here. All right, both players kind of forced to stack high as we get underway. Long bar there for Tommy, long bar Sidnev. And now here come the bars. True, Coke 0-1, Vandy 0, indeed. Tetris Sidnev, 99,000, 98,000 for Tommy. Well, that's a good reminder. Stream Elements qualifying is open for Classic Tetris Monthly August. We've got, I think, just 5, well, this and 4 days or 5 days, whatever. July 31st, as the clock strikes midnight. That is the deadline to qualify for August. We have tournaments for all skill levels from, the Tommy Sidnev echelon of Tetris all the way down to the Arctic XC, Mirror Riker, Vandweller Axis as well. The Kingsman there. No, Kingsman is thriving right now. Kingsman, as I was told yesterday, is now in regular CTL, has graduated out of Tetris for the non-pros and is now in regular CTL. So congrats to Kingsman. He's turning a corner. 224 Tommy Tetris for Sidnev, 223. And Tecate, yeah, you're below even the vandweller tier. But there's even a tournament for Tecate. Sidnev gonna get that those pieces to the left and just trying to bowl out this board here so she can avoid topping out this high. Uncovers that right side and gets a long bar down for a Tetris. You saw Kingsman get a 950 in a match. Oh my God, what is the world coming to? Oh my word. It sounds apocalyptic. It sounds like the end of the world. I'm glad I've got my gold bullion in my bug out bag ready to go. Kingsman getting a 950 in a match. 326 for Sidnev, 327 for Tommy. I got my Jim Baker buckets of food. I'm ready to go. Tetris Tommy 374. There's Vitz for Sidnev 350 and the long bar. So players super close in scoring lines. Separated by about a Tetris. Try everybody calling out Jasmine, you know, people see a Vitz, people see Jasmine, but you know, I don't know. Maybe Jasmine doesn't want to be pigeonholed as, you know, the Vitz girl. Maybe she'll move on to other adjustments and other tucks or things like that, or maybe just not even care about that. So, you know, you don't want to pigeonhole people. Tetris Tommy 467. There's one sitting at 445. Again, still separated by a Tetris. Jasmine 5 and below, right? Must be cozy. Cozy 5 and below only. All right, Sidnev, a little bit of a snarl here. Gonna uncover. Takes a triple. The ultimate indignity for Tetris players taking that triple. You know, it's, you know, like, all right, well, you gotta take one. 561 into level 19 for Tommy. 523 into 19 for Sidnev. Apparently, it's supposed to look like the logo for the 5 Below stores, and then they were like, no, the store's called 5 and Below, and it's like the whole time we're like, no guys, it's just 5 Below. And they wouldn't listen. All right, Tetris Sidnev 656, 648 for Tommy. Oh, Tommy having some trouble double flipping these bars today. And now in a little bit of danger, that T-spin down there. Going to keep this board a little more orderly. Adjustments here for Tommy, and he's going to be clean and has an open well, and long bar in for Tommy. So Tommy with the good recovery, 684. Sidnev trying to get set up for a Tetris. Tommy with another Tetris, 713. Sidnev at 714. It is super close. Tommy Tetris 742. There's another one, Tommy 770. There's Sidnev 777. All right, Sidnev setting up long bar, column 9, building out the left. Taking the skims. A little mini drought here for Sidnev. Gonna end up having to take a triple 788 long bar in Tetris. 820 Tommy gets a Tetris 840 and another one 871. And they're just now trading the lead back and forth. Sidnev into level 26. And hopefully the sound is okay. It's a new microphone I'm testing out today on a headset. What is it? The Audio Technica sports broadcast headset. It's kind of a budget headset, but so far so good, I think. That Shure SM7B is good, but it's very finicky. So I'll have to go back and listen to this one. Yeah, Amazon finally delivered today. I got my books, I got my headset. I got another book on the way. Tetris for Tommy, A16. Both players have maxed out. Sidnev is 1 away from the 1.1. It's better than normal. Good. Well, maybe I'll stick with this one. It's easier to deal with because I can move my head around. I can stand up, sit down without adjusting the mic arm. Sidnev, the first one into 29. She's a B27. Tetris for Tommy, B23. It's super close. Tommy with a little bit of cleanup to do. Sidnev already clean. Setting up for a Tetris. Taking the skim at a Tetris. Sidnev C06. All right, see how what Sidnev's going to do. No, just going to take this down with a triple. You think, oh, maybe set up column 9. No, just going to keep this board normal, clean, safe, predictable. Want to play any weird formations here you're not used to maybe playing too much. All right, Tommy, meanwhile, trying to figure this board out. Bring this down. Sidnev at C38. Tommy, B70. And it looks like both players getting ready to set up for Tetris's. Sidnev is set up, ends up having to take a triple. Board got too high. Again, too high. Another triple. Tommy with a Tetris, C20. Sidnev at C98. Or just about 52 lines until the level 39 super kill screen. And Sidnev trying to open up the right side and does. Tommy getting up a little bit high here. Maybe going a little too all in here. Long bar over Tetris. Sidnev at D62. Tommy at D12. Sidnev a great board in a Tetris. E05. Tommy needs to bring this down. Under 40 lines to go till 39. Sidnev with a great looking board. Very Tetris friendly and gets another Tetris E56. Another one for Sidnev. Sidnev just going ham right now. Tommy just can't seem to find a rhythm here. Gets a long bar over. And I think Sidnev just needs to to stay alive and keep adding points, Tetris or otherwise. F94 is 17 lines to go for Tommy. 13 more to go for Sidnev. Long bar over for a split double. Tommy's board starting to climb, and it doesn't look like Tommy's going to be able to do anything. Sidnev has got the rollover. And we are going to a decider because Sidnev is good in game number 4. All right, both players are ready. Let's go ahead and count them down. It's a decider. There's a decider in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. This has been a heck of a match. Yeah, it's pretty late here for a stream. It's 8 o'clock in Texas. We've got about probably 2 more hours before this whole thing is over. And no dinner. Now, of course, I could probably do me well to skip a few meals, but like, oh my God, like seeing that Lone Star footage, and I was doing so well And I gained a bunch back just from whatever. All brackets conclude tonight. Well, the entire orange bracket concludes. We still have another bracket tomorrow and another one on Sunday. No, I was doing better when I was skipping meals. That's the key. Although we have this leftover pork loin, and I kind of want to make Cuban sandwiches out of it. All right, Tommy 205, Sidnev 177. All right, another Tetris for Tommy. Gets a J piece to tuck in there. And, you know, I was watching the CTWC DAS today, and I don't know who the commentator was, but they kept calling it, like, the color and the name of the piece. So they would say, like, oh, it's the red Z and the blue and the blue S and the red Z, and then the red L and the blue J. And I was like, wait, blue J? That's like a great way to remember which one is which, because I'm totally like, I mix the pieces up all the time. But blue jay is a bird, so that makes it easy to remember now. Blue jay. And I just have to remember the blue jay. That's the Jonas classic name, remember? Yeah, I wasn't even think of that. Blue jay. Like, I knew, I mean, if you asked me, it would take me a moment to think about it. But now I don't have to think about it as much. It's the blue jay and the red L. Does that just fall apart on non-level 18? Yeah, of course, but, you know, the majority of Tetris we're looking at is level 18 colors. What about the easy way to remember S and Z? Well, the Z is red, right? So Z red, red Z, red Z. That's not a thing. Blue S. Now, if the S were blue, then it would be like bluesy, which is like music, you know? And Tommy getting up high on the board. Very complicated. Trying to bring this down. That's a great looking L. And a long bar in for a triple. That's going to take a lot of pressure off this stack for Tommy. And just a couple pieces away from bringing this down. Tommy has got 4 rows of garbage over the Tetris well. And meanwhile, Sidnev starting to climb a little bit, taking the skims, getting long bar down for the Tetris. Tommy going to open up that well. Great spin there for the blue jay. And a long bar in for a Tetris and another one. So Tommy is ahead in lines by quite a bit just from playing up higher on the board for longer and is now already into 19 at 496. Sidnev still on 18, 7 lines to go till 19 at 536. So yeah, so what's the easy way to remember Z and S? Blue S. S blue. I don't know. $558 for Tommy on 20. $586 for Sidnev on 19. Tommy's into 21. Red Z works if you pronounce it Z. Red Z. Okay. The red Z. All right, Tommy trying to open up that right side. And the game just feeding him a diet of Z's. Sidnev going to work, trying to just get these pieces down. Fighting a hair battle as well. Long bar over, Tommy 628. And another one over for Tommy. Has a score lead, but again, 17 lines in the future, Tommy. I mean, I know that hair flip. Like when I was in high school, I had like, you know, kind of hair that would go over my eyes and stuff. And so I would have to flip it out of my way at work all the time. If you can imagine Vandy with hair. I mean, that was the deal. It wasn't long hair necessarily, but it was like over my face, you know, down to my nose, I would say. You know, it was the early to mid 90s, right? And I was like an alternative kid, you know, my flannels and all that. 713 for Sidnev. Tetris for Tommy, 752. In the lead, ahead by 13 lines, though. Now Sidnev back in the score lead. Nervandy. Oh boy, there's a band shirt waiting to happen. Tetris for Sidnev, 819. Tommy with a Tetris, 855. Now on level 28. Just a few lines to go for Tommy until level 29. There's a Tetris 890. Sidnev setting up long bar, column 9. Tetris for Sidnev, 888. And Tommy is into 29 at about 929. Sidnev with a Tetris, 959. Tommy continuing to try to add points. Going aggressive there with that L piece. In column 8 and 9. Somebody else might have taken the burns, but I think Tommy knows he's behind a little bit. And gets another Tetris, A19. Tommy with the first one with the max out here on level 30. Sidnev trying to get set up for Tetris, is set up, is ready, gets a bar, gets a Tetris. A12. Tommy now trying to bring the stack back down. It seems like no matter what Tommy does, ends up just complicating the board here. And the board getting higher and higher, starting to climb. This looks like could be a spiral here for Tommy. Gets that square to the left, but is going to end up topping out at A38. And Sidnev is good in game number 5. And we'll be moving on to round 2. So GG to both our players. Thank you so much for giving us a great match to kick off the orange bracket. And we'll go ahead and watch the Mullen, and there's not going to be a Mullen, so we won't watch it. All right. Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.